Mridhula, and today I'll be helping you get started on your CAD journey. I'll be covering a couple topics in this video, including creating an Onshape student account, accessing the VEX library, and starting your first projects and assemblies. The first thing you're going to want to do is navigate to the Onshape website at onshape.com. In the top right corner, we have this button, Create a Student Account. You're going to want to click that. Now, once you're on this screen, you're going to go ahead and fill out your information in this box to get started creating your account. You can use either your personal or school account here. It doesn't particularly matter. As you can see here, I've gone ahead and filled out all these boxes. I believe for RMS, the school website URL is rms.saratogausd.org. As for the purpose as to why you're using Onshape, I said I'm using Onshape to design and model robots for my VEX team, but of course your use may be different, so you can enter that as you wish. So now you'll be taken to a page that is basically saying that they're validating your email in your account. So you're gonna navigate over to your email, and you should see an email like this that's asking you to activate your account. Here, you're just gonna go ahead and follow the instructions here to make a password. The company name is not applicable in this situation, so you don't need to fill it out. Once you've created your account, you should see this page, which is asking you to set your default units. You can mess around with this as you wish, but from my experience, the default units that they've already given should work. I actually don't use a mouse, so this doesn't really apply to me, but again, you can set it to your controls. This page here, the browser check, is pretty important. If your browser is not compatible with Onshape, using this will be a pretty terrible experience. In the past, I used a desktop and tried to use Onshape, and I was barely able to even open the website half the time. So just make sure that your browser is compatible. In this next step, we're going to go ahead and get access to the parts libraries you need. For our purposes, we're going to be using the Onshape official VEX libraries that they provide. So first thing is, head over to this public tab on the left. This tab allows you to search for and look through any public project. In this drop-down menu here, we're going to enter the description official VEX V5 library. As you can see here, Onshape has provided several VEX libraries for public use. I'm going to go ahead and select all of these, and you can see this menu pops up on the right. You're going to create a new label. I'll just call it VEX V5 library. And as you can see here, you've now saved all of these parts libraries to your account. Now, the reason why this is handy is that once you go in to create a document or a project, you'll be able to access this at any time. Now that you have access to all the parts you need, we can go ahead and create a document. You can call it whatever you'd like. I'll call mine test project. This screen is called a part studio, where you can create custom parts. However, for our purposes, we'll mainly be focusing on the assembly portion of Onshape. So you're going to head over to this tab. Now that you're inside the assembly, you can go ahead and start inserting parts. So you're going to head over to this button over here that says Insert. You're going to go to Other Documents, and then you're going to open your VEX V5 library label. From here, you can access any part that you'd like. Now, the cool thing about the Onshape libraries is that the parts, or at least most of the parts, are configurable. For example, if you go into the C channel, you can see that I can change the length or the number of holes, as well as the channel type. So if I would like to insert a 25 hole long C-channel that is 1 by 2 by 1 aluminum, I'll just click over here and say 12.5 inches and 1 by 2 by 1 aluminum, and I'll generate that. You can just drag and drop it in, click green check mark here, and you've just inserted your first part. In the next video, I'll show you how you can use different mates to combine parts together and start modeling your robot.